Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to solve an Olympiad question. This Olympiad question is also an exponential question. Here you have the two unknowns, both of them are both bases and powers. So since both are both bases and powers, what we need to do is just try to manipulate the powers. Now in solving this, I will try to bring this to the left hand side. So in bringing that to the left, I have p to the power of q minus q to the power of p equals 17. Now, how do I manipulate the powers? I'll use law of indices. That's the power law. A to the power of m to the power of n is the same thing as a to the power of mn. So don't forget, law of indices can work from the left to the right and also from the right to the left, vice versa. Yeah, I'm going to write power of q as, let me just say I'm multiplying by 2 over 2, which is same thing as 1, which has no effect. Q to the power of p multiplied by 2 over 2, which has no effect, 1 over is equal to 17. Now what I need to do is I want to leave the numerator outside and the denominator goes inside as a fraction. So I have p to the power of q over 2 squared minus q to the power of p over 2 squared equals 17. Now in solving this, what I need to do is to represent each of these and these should be represented with a different alphabet. I'm going to represent p to the power of q over 2 with alphabet x, and I'm representing q to the power of p over 2 with alphabet y. So therefore I have x squared minus y squared equals 17. There we go. Now in this question, in this part of the question, 17 is to be expressed as product of two numbers. Why? Because what you're seeing here is difference of two squares. Since you have difference of two squares, express them as products of each other. Therefore, you have x plus y and x minus y gives 17. So this is x plus y multiplied by x minus y equals 17 times 1. Why 17 times 1? You can't express 17 as product of two numbers. The only two numbers that you can express 17 as product of are 17 and 1 because it's a prime number. So from here, I'm going to assign 17 to x plus y and x minus y equal 1. Why? What's the reason? Since you have x plus y and x minus, which implies that x plus y is greater than x minus y. Therefore, x plus y should be 17. So let's call this equation 1, call this equation 2. Solve both of them simultaneously. This gives 2x. I'm eliminating y equal 18, x equal 9. If x is equal to 9, substitute this in any of the equation. 9 plus y equals 17, y equal 8. So I have two values of x and y, 17, 9 and 8. So with this, I can get my p and q. Don't forget, I represented p to the power of q over 2 as x, and x gives us 9. Now, how do I get rid of this denominator that I've introduced before now? In getting rid of this means I need to square both sides. So I have p q to the power q over p to the power of q over 2 squared equal 9 squared. So I have p to the power of q, p to the power q equal 81. This is one step of the answer. So now the next thing is to represent the second one, which is q to the power of p over 2, which gives, I represented this with y, q to the power of p over 2 equal 8. Let me confirm why y is 8. Since y is 8, I can get rid of this denominator of the fraction by squaring both sides, like I did before now. Q to the power of p over 2 squared equal 8 squared. So if you multiply this, you have p over 2 times 2. This gives p. So I have q to the power of p equal 64. So I've got p to the power of q and p to the power of q to the power of p. You can confirm this and see, because if you go back to the question, I wrote p to the power of q equals 17 plus q to the power of p. Let's confirm this. So p to the power of q, which is 81. Let's see if it's the same thing as 17 plus 64. Yes, it's the same thing. It's 81. This gives 81. So therefore, the two exponents that we've gotten, these two exponents are both correct. Now, how do we manipulate them to get the values of p and q? That's the next thing. In manipulating this, what we need to do is to bring them together and see how we write them as exponents. P to the power of q can be written as 3 to the power of 4, and also q to the power of p can be written as, let me remove this, can be written as, let me change the color. This can be written as q to the power of p can be written as, which is 64 before, this can be written as 4 to the power of 3. So if we compare the two powers, the power of this q is equal to 4 and p is 3. It is the same thing as when you compare the bases, q p is equal to 3, which is the same thing as this. These two are the same. And also q is equal to 4, which is the same thing as this also. So I can write them out by saying, if you bring out the powers, I can start to use only the powers. Q is equal to 4 and p is equal to 3. Or if I want to use the bases, p is equal to 3 and q is equal to 4. I'm still saying the same thing. So the value of p is 3 and the value of q is 4. The two values will only satisfy the equation. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.